The NASA Kiksapa Research Experience for Undergraduates is a unique and intensive educational effort to present cumulative knowledge and understandings within multiple disciplines, which are delivered with the purpose of engaging students in whole and connected knowledge-based experiences. NASA Kiksapa Research Experience for Undergraduates program is not just another student science opportunity. It is the future of successful, multidimensional educational programs that weave science with aspects of human lives, which are necessary for developing whole intellectuals who are individually confident, respectful, and responsible human beings.
It means a lot. It helps me to understand geospatial technology and how to utilize it, being trained to map out specific areas of concern. So it'll be truly beneficial for me in the future.
Means opportunities for students, opportunities for faculty, opportunities for tribal colleges to engage with NASA in ways that are most relevant to NASA and its mission, but also probably more important than that is in ways that are most relevant to the tribal colleges and the students themselves.
A way to develop not just scientific exploration, but it's also a way for people to develop socially and expand their horizons. And
it helps me stay in touch with what's going on in tribal colleges and some of the best students from tribal colleges.
Well, it means just the opportunity to get off the reservation and learn from NASA and Kiksapa about climate change and just getting a different perspective.
This means a lot to me. It's a great opportunity to learn actually hands-on research, collaborate with people that have been doing it or in the field. It allows me to get a lot of tools to apply like outside of this program that can contribute to my community and help me with further research.
It means everything for my future because the last couple of internships I've done has been focusing around GPS, GIS, and remote sensing. So to utilize the tools that I'm learning this summer will set me up for the future.
Participation in this project is it's a way to give back and to educate out a group of people who might not always get the opportunity to get that. It's a nice way to broaden reach and broaden impact to students who, you know, maybe choosing a different path or a different way to go down and giving them an opportunity to look at something that they might not have seen before.
Well, I hope that my participation in this program will have a national impact on tribal communities to show young community members that they can get out of the reservation and pursue a higher education. Locally, I would like to provide data and information regarding my project to the Navajo tribe for public health services.
Well, on a national level, I feel that all the students involved in this project, as well as their mentors, are the answers in order to heal Mother Earth. I believe that that knowledge has always been contained within indigenous cultures and indigenous people all over the world, let alone Native Americans. So on a national level, that's what I feel the students are doing, is they're going to take this knowledge out there and absolutely put it to work. On a local level, I see each student being able to address an environmental science concern in which they have all the power, knowledge, and skills to help address that concern so that their decision makers on the reservation levels or on the tribal levels can make better decisions on behalf of all the people and all the resources.
We're already seeing it, and it's in the nature of the projects because the intrinsic connection to place is what defines a lot of our Native students, okay? And so because there's that intimacy with home, with family, there's that connection that never ever leaves regardless of where they go. And so their heart, their passion is connected to that land. And so by developing those projects with this interest, it's something that they can be passionate about as they develop their skill sets. And what is happening is it's already generating interest with the tribes. And you're starting to see the tribes take notice. And in some cases, the tribes standing up next to the tribal colleges and working with the tribal colleges to advance these kind of research initiatives. That was something we didn't anticipate on the onset of this, but something that has played out time and time again. You look at any number of the projects, from White Earth to TOCC to Navajo Tech to any of the projects, and there's definitely tribal interest. And so that points towards nation building, and that's something we didn't anticipate, but certainly a huge addition to what we do.
Well, nationally, it'll reinforce sovereignty by determining our own boundaries, cultural, political, governmental. So I think that'll be beneficial there, and also help shape the future and lead the future as well.
The way I hope it impacts is twofold. First one, I hope it impacts the students who come here and just opens their eyes to opportunities and other things they can do besides what they may have thought of, and enriches them. The second thing is the ability for them to do community outreach, whether it's planned or unplanned. They get to talk about what they did here, how they did here, what that changed in their lives, and direct it back. And that's an education for everybody up and down in the community.
This summer, I'll be studying the feasibility and location of renewable energy sources, wind and solar, for local chapter communities on the Navajo Reservation.
My research project is about the saguaro cactus that is located in the Sonoran Desert. The people, they use that as a resource, a huge resource. Like, they use the resources from the ribs to create things. But most importantly is that people rely on the fruit, the saguaro fruit, in other words, we call baidech. That's mainly used for ceremonial.
The research project is about the social impacts of climate variations in the Pawnee Nation by focusing on Lone Chimney Lake, which is in northeastern Oklahoma. Then from there, we will analyze the data and talk about the social impacts.
My research project is doing a time series analysis on tree line position and density in the Mission Mountains of the Flathead Indian Reservation. It's hopefully going to gain some knowledge and give knowledge to the local people that has that gap in knowledge that doesn't know much about tree line density or if the tree line fluctuations are rising or not. But and it's going to also assist the CS and KT tribes with future forest management and alpine habitat management.
So what I'm going to be doing this summer is modeling sea level rise and urbanization along the west coast to see how it will impact vegetation and culturally significant sites that are important to the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde.
Just general knowledge of GIS, understanding maps, understanding the geospatial data, constructing our own maps, utilizing this technology to our benefit, so we're able to, like I said before, reinforce sovereignty.
Well, this project is actually a small piece of a larger project that my tribe's doing with NOAA. Again, the same thing. We're just analyzing how sea level rise and urbanization is going to affect the vegetation and the resources. What we're looking at is what is actually going to happen. Like, how is it going to distribute? Like, what sites would need to be moved, or what preparations do we need to take in order to save our resources?
Well, of course, I'm taking back a heck of a lot more resources than I ever imagined that I would obtain here, as well as a new family of GIS and GPS professionals. Just totally impressed and blown away with the amount of resources here, and very grateful, just extremely grateful for being part of this project and being invited. Thank you.
So far, it's been really good. I've learned a lot of new things, and I'm just ready to go back home and apply the things that I've learned. Educate my family, educate my friends, and show the college what we've been able to do out here and representing the nation as well as the college.
It's been a good experience this year. I've done this 3 years running now. This year we just had a group that worked together, bonded well. We became a family, but a family dedicated towards the right purposes and goals. Everybody helping everybody else out. You know, it's what you want to see when you put together a workshop in terms of an internship, is you see that network building very quickly. And it's going to be fun to see the next 7 weeks how this plays out.
My experience here has been absolutely awesome. I think that the people are just great that's involved with this project. I love the organizational level, very professional. Again, I can't thank you enough. The stimulation and the tools that I'm taking back to my own campus is just rock star quality.
You know, come here, work hard, have fun, build relationships, build friendships.
You know, you never know unless you try. So it's always good to try because, you know, you never know what you're going to get out of it. You never know where it's going to take you.